we as humans are conscious beings, meaning we have intellect, we have feelings, we have a conscience, right? Because of this, we are able to make decisions that are made from a thought out place. And because of that, we have full control of the things that we do. We use our free will to dictate the things that we do and the things that we want to see, right? So with that in mind, you would think, because I'm such an intelligent being, I can rely on my own understanding. I can do things from my own stream of conscience without consulting any other source. You would be wrong, right? Just because you have an intellect and you're smart doesn't mean that you should think that you're wise in all your ways, right? Because when that starts to happen, you start to realize that you despise correction. What does the Bible tell you to not do? To despise correction, right? Because when you despise correction, you start to exalt yourself over everything else, and your arrogance steps in to replace your stream of consciousness. Now you're not operating from your stream of consciousness and what is right. You're operating from a place of pride and arrogance. When you're operating from a place of pride and arrogance, you disregard everything else that doesn't align with your arrogant ways. Proverbs 3 verse 5 through 6 says, "Believe in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not on thy own understanding. Submit to him in all your ways and he will make your crooked ways straight." But, a lot of you guys will say, well, I don't believe in the Bible, so why would I even have to listen to this? Oh, I don't believe in your God, your Christianity, your whatever. Now, before I even get into that, let's even take that away and just look at it straight on. You think that you're so smart that nobody can correct you and you need to do things the way that you feel like doing it because you know so much. The more you grow up and the more wisdom you acquire, the more you realize that you really know nothing. The man that thinks he knows all, or the woman that thinks he knows all, is arrogant and foolish in all their ways because they exalt themselves over everything that everybody else holds to correction. You think, if I think A, B, and C is correct by all means and nobody can dispute it. A smart man thinks, I think A, B, and C, but I could be wrong. Let me consult. But you, the idiot, the fool, believes, I think A, B, and C. A, B, and C is correct. I don't need any correction. Keep thinking that you will perish in your ways, I promise you. Go back to Proverbs 3, verse 5 through 6. Right? Now, trust in thy Lord with all thine heart, and lean not on your own understanding. The reason you trust in the Lord with all your heart is because he knows all. The divine being, the supreme being, the Lord, I'm talking about God, Yahweh. Don't get it confused with whatever you think I'm talking about. Because I got to make it very clear, because a lot of you guys like to substitute whatever when you hear a message that you like so that you can feel comfortable. I'm not here to make you comfortable. I'm here to convict you, right? So, you trust in the Lord with all thine heart because he is morally upright and correct in all his ways. So when you trust in him with all thine heart, you allow him to come into your heart and straighten your crooked path. You allow him to give you the right path and correct the path that you're already on. You allow him to come in and fix the brokenness and fix the stupidity and make you wise. He gives wisdom. You attain wisdom from him. And in all your ways, he makes them straight. So now you start moving the way that you're supposed to, and you start acquiring the knowledge you're supposed to, and the knowledge that you've already acquired, you start to put it to good use. You don't start to oppress somebody with the knowledge that you have. That is you wielding it in an unholy manner. But when you have the wisdom and you're using it to teach or to bring others to the right path, now you're righteously wielding that wisdom. You get what I'm saying? A lot of you are too smart for your own good. Being too smart for your own good will be the reason why you perish. When you're too smart for your own good, you think that your parents don't know anything. You think that despite your parents living all these years, they're so foolish that they wouldn't even be able to teach you through the experience that they had. You think that you're so smart that experience can't be your teacher. You think that you're so smart that you can't learn from anybody else because you are the ultimate source of knowledge, so everything must flow through you and nothing else. So you look at somebody else's life and you think that you could never be in that person's position. You would never put yourself in that position. You don't know any better. Just because you have a high IQ or you have knowledge that you think you've attained that makes you better than the next man doesn't mean that you won't fall victim to the path that other people just as smart as you have fallen down. Man is not smarter than God. When I say man, I am referring to man and woman because we are mankind. So let's get that straight. You're not smarter than God. You don't have ways that put you above God in any way that would make you feel that you're a supreme deity that needs no correction. You're a flawed being with flawed ways. You need the righteous one to come and fix your flawed ways, fix your brokenness, and make you whole. In not knowing everything and being willing to learn and being willing to have a teachable spirit, you learn that you acquire a lot more knowledge because you're easier to be taught. Somebody will go out of their way to teach you something, to impart knowledge on you because you're willing to receive. You're very receptive. The most receptive person gets the leeway. The most receptive person gets access to the most given person or the most given being, God, because you're open. When you're open, things can be imparted onto you. Now, put it in the physical sense, right? When you're somebody that's willing to listen and learn from other people want to give you the information. They want to give you the resources because they know you're going to cherish it because you are on a quest to learn and to gain knowledge, and you won't spit on the knowledge that they're giving you. You get? When you think that you're better than somebody, you close yourself off. When you close yourself off, you nerf your growth. You put yourself in a position where you can never grow and you can never evolve because you're so stuck in thinking that this form in which you possess is the final form in which you will go through life with. And if that's the final form that you go through life with, you will be nerfed in your intelligence from then on to the rest of your days because you will never learn nothing new because nobody will be willing to teach you nothing new. The minute they find out that you don't want to listen at all, I won't spend my time screaming at a brick wall when a brick wall won't receive or reciprocate whatever I'm pushing into it. When you're that brick wall as a person, nobody will care to teach you anything. You will block your blessings being an arrogant asshole thinking you know everything. You don't know everything. You can always learn something new. You can always be something better. You can always be someone better. You're not perfect in any way, shape, or form. Stop tricking yourself into thinking you're too smart. You're too smart for your own good. And that's another way of saying you're stupid. When you go into the world, open yourself up and learn. Opening yourself up doesn't mean you open yourself up to every stupid advice and every stupid and ignorant way that the world will try to give to you. It means open your ears and your mind and your heart to the things that will benefit you and put you in a better position. It means opening your ears and your mind and your heart to what God wants to teach you and what God wants to impart on you. That way your life will be blessed. Your days will be fruitful. You will be a blessed person in a blessed world and in a blessed ecosystem that you've created for yourself because you listen. You need to listen. The hack to life, the key to life is listening. Because when you listen, you know what path to take, what path not to take, what path to avoid at all cost, and what path to stay on. That's all. Life is about listening and reciprocating what you've learned and listened to. When a baby is born, the baby doesn't know anything. The baby grows in knowledge and the baby grows in adaptation when the baby starts listening to everything around him or her and adapting that. That is an important reason why you need to watch the environment that you're in, because whether or not you grow doesn't mean that you change your tendencies from when you were a baby where you absorbed everything that's around you. So guess what? When you put yourself in an environment where you're surrounded by the wrong things, by toxic things that poison your soul, that nerf your spirit in its growth, know that you are doing it to yourself. You are taking a sponge and you're plunging it into poison. The sponge is going to suck up all the poison. But if you put yourself in an environment where you can learn, where you can grow, when you can be a better person, where your spirit itself can grow, not just your physical growth, then you find yourself being better than you were in the past. There is no competition from you to somebody else. The only competition is you versus your past self. A true gentleman, a true woman is one who takes themselves and advances themselves past their past person. Their past person that was flawed, ignorant, and didn't know any better is now a new being, a new creation that learns, that is receptive, that grows and keeps growing. That's the true path of humanity. You learn. You don't repeat the same mistakes because you think you're too good to learn. That's all.